Shalom, Yasha Allah. Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Brakak Wadash. All right, we know Cab Nations of Kings and Priests. All right. So today, Yasha Allah, we wanted to do something a little bit different, kind of the signs of the times, making y'all aware about what's going on in the world and how the curses of Yasha Allah are so evident, man, and how even though, we're living in these times, these curses that were going to befall the Israelites back, when we were freed, from Egypt, and the power and the might of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we were warned by the Creator that we would befall, curses upon us. And unfortunately, we have not been relieved from our captivity as of yet, man. And it is evident, man. It's evident, man. So Manatazak, Shalom, King, Yabashim Shbakata. So real quick, we're gonna do, like I said, things a little bit different today. We're gonna go into what's going on in Ukraine, and we're also gonna get into a little bit about the curses, man, and a brother by the name of Cain Velasquez, man. If y'all don't know who he is, we're going to introduce that to you. So I'll go ahead and share my screen right quick. Right. Shalom, Gideon. What's good, Ak?
Shalom, Cap. Shalom, Shatar. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Shalom to you, Gideon.
So if y'all don't know who this brother is, his name is Cain Velasquez. He's a professional UFC fighter, man. Not only just any heavyweight fighter, man. I mean, we talking about the UFC heavyweight champion twice in a row, man. Like, if you're, a bit of a novelist, like I was, this brother was bad, man. He's a bad man, the baddest man alive, and from the tribe of Issachar. Right, what we would call the so-called Mexicans, right? Shout out to Gideon. You notice the brother on his chest, he has brown pride. The brother is, like we say, para la raza, for the race, for our people. And this brother was, not only revered because of his skill in the ring, but he loves his people. He did a lot for the community, for the Chicano community, and also, obviously up and coming fighters that he supported. But again, he's a badass man, right? So if y'all don't know, Cain Velasquez is currently in jail right now, right? And the reason why he's in jail is because of a child molesting deviant who molested his child. Now, unfortunately, in the situation that happened, Cain Velasquez's 4-year-old son went to this daycare where the mother of the child molester had a daycare. And of course, as a predator and a coward like child molesters are, they took advantage of the situation, right? And take advantage of the situation allowed that man to basically, molest Cain Velasquez's son, right? So again, this is a tragic story, right? But there's a twist to it, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this video. We're going to grab some understanding about the situation. I got to go on mute because I guess the sound ain't working when I do it this way. But y'all listen to get a little bit of the information of the video, and we'll jump back on.
Remain in county will remain in county jail. Will remain in county jail. The judge denied him bail. Let me give you a little background on Cain Velasquez. He was actually arrested last week. You talked about how he's accused of attempted murder, and if he is convicted, he faces 20 years in prison. Prosecutors say he took the law into his own hands by allegedly shooting into a car with many people, injuring one person. Here is video from just moments ago. His supporters actually showed up before his...
Salakia, I need to stop it right quick, right? So this is him now, right? Now, if y'all understood, they denied his bail, right? Because they said he took matters into his own hands. Not only that, but he is facing 20 years in prison for attempted murder on a deviant who needs to die, who needs to be executed. I'm going to speak frank. Predators like that do not deserve to be around other humans, period. You know, we got to think about it like this, Yasharala. When we are ruling and governing, we are also the judges and executioners, right? That are to come in the new world. Cain Velasquez took matters into his own hands, and the reason was because the deviant who molested not only his son but over 100 children, it is said, he was out on bail. They let him go, right? They let the deviant out. So what do you think a brother like this is going to do? Since the justice system cannot give us justice, unfortunately, we took matters into our own hands. However, right, they arrested him. He's facing 20 years, and he has no bail. So he gets denied bail, but the deviant, child molesting bastard gets bail. Right? So for
that thing is crazy. That's crazy as hell right there, man. I tell you.
Right.
Babylon gotta be destroyed.
Right.
Times the Cash ofrecen más formas de multiplicar tus ganancias. Son los más extremos. Times the Cash ofrecen su...
Salakia, for the technical difficulties, is ads. Salakia, it's an ad.
Damn ad. All right, so let's continue with the video, right?
One person. Here is video from just moments ago. His supporters actually showed up before his hearing and after. They believe, one, that they don't think he did it, but two, they say even if he did it, he was justified because they believe that Cain Velasquez believed that the man he was shooting at allegedly molested one of his relatives. So the motive behind this, according to them.
The work isn't just a company.
Salakia, ads again.
So as you can see, you know, he was denied bail, right? And for being denied bail, he's also facing 20 years in prison. You know? Now, a lot of us like to grab the Bible and we say, well, we, the Most High don't kill. The Most High doesn't, do that. We should all live in peace and love our enemies. Let me tell y'all something. The Most High God is about life and death, a perfect balance. But more importantly, he's about justice. The whole reason why we're in the condition that we're in is because the Israelites need justice. We're not a hate group. We're a love group because we love our God and we love our nation. But we gonna call a spade a spade. Make no mistake, we out for justice. And all that Cain did was take matters into his own hand and justice. Now, why is that? Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's go ahead and grab that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. So now this is Deuteronomy 28 and 15, a warning, right? But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. A curse is going to continue to follow us. How do we know that? On these curses, it says it. Salakia. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Salakia 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Right? So now, what can destroy us? Loss of our identity, loss of who we truly are, loss of how to serve the Most High so that he can protect us, right? So now all these curses till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God to keep his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Right? So now 43 says that the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Right? Let me tell you something, man. Justice is coming for us, but we got to be patient. These enemies that are above us and we're below is going to be flipped. Right? And when it is, a lot of what you see today, the injustices of our people and what's going on today, right, will vanish from the earth, and the earth will be put in its place. Right? They're all going to learn how to serve the Most High and serve the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven. Right? So now, because these curses befell us, befalled us, you know, we become as the lowest state in this society, right? But now, was Cain wrong for doing what he did? No, he wasn't. We even have laws that if you do something wrong, like let's say rape, you're going to die. Here, let's go ahead and grab that. So now watch this. This is Deuteronomy, right? Excuse me. Deuteronomy 22 and 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and a man do what? Force her, right? That's rape, right? That's it. I'm done with that one. Force her down the field, and the man force her, and do what? Lie with her. Then the man only that layeth with her shall die. This is a death sentence. So, through the spirit, Cain, any man would want justice for his child, man. So that's what Cain did. He wanted justice for the molestation of his kid. Unfortunately, he did it in the wrong time, man. But we can't, not going to put myself in his position, whether to say, I would do the same thing or not, but I ain't going to guarantee that I won't do it. Because let me tell you, again, child molesters deserve death, man. Straight up. That is a known plague in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, man. You got either the homosexual cousin or something that got molested themselves, and then they said they were always like that, when in reality they got molested. And a good percentage of those who were molested molest others when they get old enough. So then it's just a continuous cycle that us as plagued people, as cursed people, have to constantly go through until we truly repent and come back to the Most High God. But let me tell you, death, it was a punishment if you broke certain laws of the Most High God. This is one of them. This is one of them. You can't rape a woman according to the Bible. This is a law against rape. Why would you want to force yourself anyways? I never got that. I never understood that. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is bugged the hell out, man. I really don't understand how that even became a discussion. There's a law against it. Death, man. Right? Watch this. Verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt not do nothing. Why? There is in damsel no sin worthy of death. Why? For when for as when a man resisteth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. She didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't her fault. But realize that our Constitution, the way we're supposed to live, is guided by these laws. Now, can we perform executions? Of course not. We're under rulership from the other nation. Why? From the curses that we just read. Right? Your enemy, or so like and the stranger that is among you shall get very high, and you shall get very low. Right? So now, understand that, now they're asking us to pray for Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? Ukraine don't give a damn about you, man. Ukraine hates your guts. Right? As a matter of fact, they hate you here. But you want to pray for Ukraine. You want to send them money. As a matter of fact, you're paying almost $5 a gallon because of something that of a civil war that's going on with them. Right? So watch this. I don't know if y'all want to say something. I'll grab this right quick. Y'all see the screen?
Con.
All right, watch this. So this is a Nigerian student in Ukraine. They said black people should walk. Right? I'm going to let her say it.
I was begging. The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk.
Did you hear that? They were trying to get away because obviously there's a war happening. Right? And they said, only Ukrainians, you should walk. All right? Let's continue.
I'm currently in Debrecen, Hungary. I got in like 10 a.m. today. Today is the 28th of February. It wasn't easy. On Friday at 8 a.m., I was on my way to Poland. I took a commercial taxi and the taxi couldn't stay on the line of cars because literally cars had been there for 2 days. And when we dropped, on the Google map, it was saying a 1 hour walk. And I was like, a 1 hour walk is nothing, if it's getting us there on time. And we walked. We walked and it kept increasing. The term walking is...
Hey, they made them walk. Okay? They made them walk. Right? So, I mean, I just don't, let me tell you something about Christianity. Christianity allows you to love everyone, including those who persecute you and hate you. That's not justice. Right? It's okay to dislike certain things, but you can't hate. Let me tell you something. There's a righteous hatred and there's an unrighteous hatred. There's a such hate that is a righteous hatred. Right? You're not Ukrainian. You gotta walk. Man.
Traumatizing me, the term walking. I walked for 12 good hours. And it's not an exaggeration.
Whoa. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? They made her walk 12 hours.
The traffic warden saw me and said I should go to a shelter to sleep. And I slept, and he said the next day that there is a bus going from that shelter straight to the Polish border. And when it was time to get on this bus, the Ukrainians said, just Ukrainians, literally as a black person. I even lied that I was pregnant. They didn't care.
Yo, y'all heard that?
Con, that's crazy as hell, man.
She
That's
she,
not fair,
she
man.
said she had to act like she was pregnant. And she said they didn't care. Okay?
I was begging. The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk. And that was an additional 8 hours from where we were. My car, it was like 30 minutes. So we had to walk additional 8 hours. The problem isn't at the Polish border. It is at the Ukrainian border. Because you have to stamp out at the Ukrainian border to get on the Polish side. And the Ukrainians are only prioritizing their citizens. They don't care. They will push you. They will beat you. If you can.
Ho. Hold on a second. They would push you and beat you. Y'all still want to pray for Ukraine?
Can make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. Like, I took a nap and I still felt like I was still walking, like I hadn't crossed over. It's not fair. Like, we're just begging to go. I literally had to go back to my city after that experience, re-strategize, and took a train to Hungary. It wasn't even easy getting to Hungary. We had to pay. Those that didn't have money to pay, what would they do? I couldn't help anybody because I was fighting for my life. It is a traumatizing experience, and I don't know where I'm going from now. I literally have to re-strategize in Hungary, try to get my ticket back to Nigeria because it's not safe. This place is not. If your skin is dark, you're at a disadvantage.
Man, did you hear what she just said? She said, if your skin is dark, you're at a disadvantage. Right? So some of y'all got the little what's that the little that little flag, the Ukrainian flag on your on your Facebook, profile pic. They kicked her out.
Not me.
Right. Let's grab a little bit more. All right. So this is just an I'm gonna read a little bit of it, but the Russian invasion of Ukraine shows racism has no boundaries. Russia invasion of Ukraine is undisguised terror, as described by Ukrainian president. In the matter of days, hundreds of people have been killed, thousands of displaced. The United States and many countries have instituted severe economic sanctions. Let me see, where does it go? There are many reports of Black people being refused at border crossings in favor of white Ukrainians. Y'all see that? Right? What's that? What did the sister say? She said, if you have dark skin, right? Black people being refused, literally, man, in favor of white Ukrainians, man, leaving them stuck in the borders for days in brutal conditions. Ukraine stated they would first allow women and children on trains and transport out of the country and flee Russian invasion. However, it seems they meant Ukrainian and European women and children. Videos show Black people being pushed off trains and Black drivers being reprimanded and stalled by Ukrainians as they try to flee. There are even reports of animals being allowed on trains before Africans. Now we know a lot of these are our people. They're probably mixing up, but y'all see this madness, right? Y'all see this? And here's the thing. This is not our war. Our war is here. Our war is here. Our orders are here. Our instructions are here. Right? Your instructions are to do what? Teach your people. Love you. That's why I say we're not a hate group. We're a love group. We love our people. We love our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But one thing I cannot stand is us always putting others first before us. That's the problem we have. No matter who we speak to, that brain or that's, you know, there's no more chains. Our enemies do not need any more chains. The chains we have are in the spirit and in the mind. For example, when you talk about, you know, us being the chosen people, what's the first thing that comes out of their mouth? What about the other people? I'm going to tell you about the other people, right? I'm going to tell you about them. I'm going to zoom in on this right quick, right? What about the other people? There are many reports of Black people being refused at the boarding in favor of white Ukrainians. That's the other people. Salakia, I'm a little, you know. Hey, Shalom, Jay. Okay. That's the other people, right? Refused at the border. Look at this. Look at this. However, it seems they meant the Ukrainian European children. Videos show Black people being pushed off the trains and Black drivers being reprimanded and stalled by Ukrainians as they try to flee. There are even reports of animals being allowed on the trains before Africans. Black students and athletes are not exempt from these racial barriers. Professional Ukrainian basketball player Maurice Creek, who is originally from Maryland and played college basketball in Indiana University at George Washington University, was stuck in the bomb shelter in Makovy, whatever, Ukraine. He is headed for Romania to try to get a flight to the United States. The Ukrainian medical student, Corey Sky, who is from Zimbabwe and lives in Great Britain, stated trying to leave Ukraine is like Squid Games. These are the people you're trying to save, man. Right? Now, where is that? I wanted to share another article, right? Now, this article here, and like we were discussing, you know, Cain Velasquez, you know, we have our own war here. And it's been going on for hundreds of years, man. Right? So this is the U.S.-Mexico border, has long been a target of far right vigilantes. Right? So if y'all don't know, you see these bastards over here, these three bastards, these are not U.S. soldiers. These are aka American civilians dressed in army fatigue with AK-47s, backpacks. They're patrolling the border, and guess what they're doing? They're hunting our people, right? They're hunting them like dogs. And guess what they're doing? It's a game to them. It's like they're hunting a deer or a cattle or whatever, or something. Because this is what Esau does, right? Hey, can one of y'all brothers give me that Esau's a hunter? What is that? Genesis 25, right? The most hunted is us, right? I believe it's yes, it is 25. Grab that right quick. Esau's a cunning hunter or something like that. Hold on.
Trying to find what verse it is right here. Oh, here we go. 27.
25, 27?
Yeah, it's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
He was a what?
Esau was a cunning hunter.
Uh-huh.
A man of the field.
A man of the field, man. Right? So what's Esau doing here? Hunting, and he's a man of the field. Right? So I'm gonna just briefly read this right quick. So in October 1977, the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, your friendly neighborhood Christian, Ku Klux Klan, right? David Duke announced his plans to trek up and down some 900 miles of the U.S. border to hunt down undocumented immigrants. The uproar erupted swiftly. Duke insisted they would report anyone they found and nearest on the borders. They weren't reporting anything. They were killing them. This is a quote from me. He says, "We feel the rising tide washing over our border is going to affect our culture." He told reporters, "All the politicians talk the problem and do nothing. The politicians in Washington are only interested in potential votes." Sound familiar, right? It's going on today. The Klan ultimately failed at preventing the crossings in late 1970s, but the ordeal inaugurated a long history of modern vigilantism that persists on the southern frontier today. Armed groups continue to crop up on the borderlands, searching for immigrants and harassing border communities and down the line, right? So this is not something that ended. Now, mind you, this is going on today.
If I may add, Cap, I'm pretty sure there's a TV show about that also. I don't know if it's on History Channel or what channel it's on, but there's a show about that where the U.S. citizens will go to the border and quote unquote protect it from illegal immigrants.
You know the funny part, and I'm gonna just speak on you, Gideon. That border belongs to you, not them.
Gone.
That border was given to you by the blessing from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai on down to our forefather Jacob, and he blessed Yashakar with that. But here's look at this bastard, man. Look at this a porno mustache wearing guy, clam border watch. You think anybody stopped this guy? You know how many supporters this bastard probably had? I mean, this guy almost made it to the White House, bro. You know? And I mean, we're talking 40 years ago. This is not too long ago, you know? So I'm gonna read on a little bit, right? Select you. So watch this. In the early 2000s, vigilantes again set their sights southward, equipped with preliminary gear, lugging their weapons through a rough borderlands. Multi-men sought to track down immigrants crossing the border, sometimes detaining them. These vigilante operations often ended with violence. You see that? Now, what fuels you? All right, you got to ask yourself that question. What fuels you in this truth? Is knowing you're going to be, you have an opportunity to be in the kingdom, knowing that, the king is coming. You love the Most High. But you know what else has got to fuel you, man? Is justice for your people, man. Justice. Like Cain Velasquez. He sought justice. Unfortunately, he sought it in the wrong place. But again, I'm not here to advocate what he did or say that he did it wrong. Because let me tell you, if it happened to me, I'll probably be in the same position he is in. And Salakia, I probably would have, went through with it, and I wouldn't have regretted it. And I'm sure a lot of you brothers as well would have not have regretted it either.
God.
If it would have happened to your son, daughter, niece, whoever, man. Child molesters don't belong, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, but when we think of, our enemies, we're always equating it to, well, we got to love them. There's a time for everything, brothers. This right here, these bastards, they're hunting our people, man. Look at this picture. It says members of the Arizona Border Recon on the U.S.-Mexico border near Arveca, Arizona on March 14th, 2016. They're trigger happy today with a police badge on. You think they're going to be, ain't nobody, guarding them. Ain't nobody telling them they can't do that. You have women and children crossing the border, unfortunately. You think they're not going to do anything to them? Again, there's a time to hate. There's a time to love. And there is a righteous hatred. All right? Let's get that. Let's go to Psalms 139. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. What am I doing? This is David, right? David was or is a man of the Most High's heart, man. And he says, I hate them. Salakia. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? And he goes on to elaborate in verse 22. He says, I hate them with perfect hatred. Right? I count them what? Mine enemies. Con? Let's go to another one. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time, and to every purpose under the sun. Right? And it goes on to those things that so like in those things that there is a time for. Right? Here's one, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. Best believe that judgment is going to be done here under the sun, man. So that justice that we're looking for is going to happen here. Where? Under the sun. Right? And it goes on to say that wickedness was there and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Right? Verse 8. A time to love and what? A time to hate. A time to war and a time for peace. Right now, we're not at peace. Best believe we are at war today. But here's the thing. Your time is not right now, but it will be soon enough. Right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 18. Slack you. I'll start at verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great has fallen, is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every clean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard a voice of heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye may receive not of her plagues. Right? So we need to come out of the ways of Babylon. This is ancient Egypt and ancient and spiritual Babylon, man. Right? Verse 4. For her sins have reached to heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Here's the point. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her. And what? According to her works. In the cup which she has filled to her double. This is your promise of justice for all the injustices that have been to you and your people for the thousands and thousands of years that we have been going through. So again, be patient, Yasharala. We almost home. We almost there, man. Y'all brothers got any precepts?
Nah, you hit that one on the head. Cold cut right there, Cap.
Come on, man. I'm going to end it with this one right here, man. Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. You are the saints. And why are we? Because we patient. And be patient, man. We waiting for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to come, man. And here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. So Kahala Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So, you know, these injustices, Yahweh willing, man, you know, they come to a short end, man. They glorify themselves today, but the time of glorifying themselves will soon come at an end, man. Like Gladiator said. All right, man. With that, that's all I got. Kahala Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.